Oh, good evening. It's live Dugout. We have a different producer. He's not even warned us.
I have warned us.
He has not warned us. Apologies for being late today. And today it's not either Shashwat's fault or Harshit, the two usual suspects to delay us. Today it's actually a technical fault that has delayed us. It was because of this person who I'm speaking to, the camera. He just refused to make us look good.
Dear friend.
A dear friend just refused, and we had to call in some technical people, and after half an hour of mehnat mashakkat, it has finally been sorted.
We were for quite a while in a Gambhir situation.
Exactly. Wow.
What a way to start.
what a way to start. So
But then we found a solution,
we found a solution.
as you always have to when there is a Gambhir involved.
Yeah. And Shashwat, as you can see, is already celebrating Donald Trump's victory. He's actually come.
Yeah, I did. It wasn't planned.
Wasn't planned.
No.
This,
Honestly, wasn't.
you're wearing a Donald Duck
Donald, yeah.
T-shirt on the day Donald Trump has won. Clearly, there is some.
It has to be a connection.
No, there
It can't be such a Dolan Trump.
There is no
He
gun.
has a lot of sporting ties. He's played golf.
He had to win
not
because of my
That is what is trending. Thala for a reason.
Thala for a reason.
Thala for a reason. He played golf.
Sachin Tendulkar.
Sachin
Tendulkar.
He had to win.
Vivekamundu.
He's the 47th president, right? 7?
That's right.
7 MS Dhoni 7. 7 Thala for a reason.
We have another connection there.
Wow.
He was the 45th, now 47th.
He was.
First time, by the way.
So then how does it become 47th? He became every time you play for India, your cap doesn't change, na?
Yeah, that's true.
Your test cricketer number
that's a
22,
lot,
so you're
yeah.
22.
Yeah.
What number of terms?
This
That's
is the 47th term.
exactly.
He's not the 47th president.
Correct.
47th term. That's term. Joe Biden again.
I agree. The term. Then correct yourself.
Term 47.
President will be less, no? Because many of them would have done double terms.
Multiple terms. So yeah.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today?
Nothing to do with my t-shirts.
But that's
Dolan Duck he's wearing.
Yeah. But that's not just the one sporting connection that he has. He's got multiple sporting connections. Speaking of Donald Trump, he has a very close affiliation with the wrestling world. He's been in WWE for the longest time. We know that. He plays a bit of golf, like we know. Then
The UFC boss came and endorsed
Dana White.
Dana White.
Called him the
CEO.
most resilient man that he's ever seen. Loves him a lot. There was a lot of mutual love over there on the stage.
Okay. I don't want to talk about Dolan. Let's turn our attention towards the man that we're going to talk about. Or men, actually.
Men, yeah.
Because what does your title say?
Men will be men.
It doesn't say that. Your title says, today's topic of the dugout is, what does the future hold for? Before that, I want to know... Rogo. What is the Australian media saying? BGT hype, is it up, not up?
Yeah.
They're fully prepared for it.
They've been on for quite a while. See, because before even this Pakistan series began,
Yeah.
like we have to do at times, just ensure that the news wheel is busy. They've been doing the same business, and more than the Pakistan series, they've been more excited about the BGT.
Exactly.
Obvious.
Even before the Australian summer began.
Exactly. So much of the chatter over there for about a
What's
month
the
now.
latest news now? What is the latest?
Latest is Joss Hazelwood has come out and talked about a lot of things. That firstly, it's equivalent to the Ashes for them.
That we've heard.
Yeah, again, Pat Cummins has said this twice or thrice. Nathan Lyon has said this. Earlier, Nathan Lyon also said that if somebody is going to take his night's sleep away, it could be Jaiswal for Nathan Lyon. Yeah. He also talked about how he's going to counter him. He said that I've talked to Tom Hartley about how because both of them played for the same county.
This is old news, no?
Yeah,
Latest.
Yeah. Latest, he said that
the series defeat is going to awaken the giant.
Yeah, New Zealand has awakened the sleeping giants.
Hazelwood has said.
Yeah.
That I think is a valid point.
No, but
That
Does
is a
this
valid
Indian team look like?
Arey, whatever.
I think it's lip service. It's just headlines that you're pandering to.
They may, but I know. I think they are wary of India. How many teams come and beat you twice at home? The pressure is going to be on Australia. They're playing at home. India now off pressure because they can't do any worse than they've done against New Zealand. Secondly, you're playing away.
You know, it reminds me
And
of
thirdly,
a meme. It
more
reminds me of a
important-
meme, in fact, because we saw 46 happen very recently, and this wasn't away from home. This was somewhere in Australia only that this meme originated from, which said that, you know, we can actually get them out for 20. So if you thought 36 and 46 were the lowest of lows, and we were all talking.
No, that's an exaggeration. None of that. As I said, pressure is more on Australia because they can't lose 3 times in a row.
I think it's
Yeah.
nullified
You-
now. It's
with you-
nullified.
No. I
They-
still feel pressure is still
Yeah,
on.
the pressure is on Australia. They can't lose 3 times in a row. You already tasted the worst defeat. Even if you were to not win a BGT, that won't come as a massive surprise to Indians. Yes, you'd want to win, but if you were not, they'll be average. What happened in 3-0? This kind of a shocker it won't be if you don't win BGT because you start on even
the
team
problem-
and you're playing away.
But the issue is that pressure has a very negative side to it in that sense. But I don't think that's the case with the Australian side. Even if they are under pressure, I don't think they associate any negative feelings or negative sort of thoughts around
Yeah,
that.
because they don't crumble under pressure
Exactly.
mostly.
So I think even if
They
they are under
crumbled
pressure
versus India.
But I think more than pressure, see again, like I remember this example you gave during the ODI World Cup, that when it's a big day, they are even more motivated and they are much more hyped for that occasion vis-a-vis the Indian team, where when it's a bigger occasion, we sort of tend to be a little more nervous and we have butterflies in the stomach. So I think it's that sort of a situation right now. Also, the Australian team, they are more fired up because they are under a tremendous pressure. So I think it's just the hunger that has increased because they know that there's a lot at stake for them.
But I still feel this Indian team, whenever they've been also pushed to a corner, they've fought back. Even at series at home, whenever you lose, you come back, you expect them not to do well. All pressure against them, they fight back. Even in test series, you look at that Australia series also, last time you won. After 36 all out, that pressure they fought. I think that, also because a lot of things are riding on their career, this loss would have given the Indian team a jolt. They would want to prove people wrong, and I don't see the Indian team crumbling the way they did it here. They will also give. Just the thing is, one, they're away from home, and secondly, the opposition is also very good, which is why I'm not guaranteeing a win. But I think India will give them a tough fight. Not like what Ricky Ponting is saying just now, that India will win just one test or something like that. 3-1 he said, I think.
But
See, there are
That's
experts,
also
there are players within the team as well who've said
3-1.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's 3-1 in favor of Australia.
neither will I.
The 3-1, it is not
No, but
that much
also
of a gap.
you said that the Indian team, whenever they are pushed to a corner, they sort
Well,
of
the
bounce
one
back.
gap-
That corner, they were pushed to a corner in the first Test match itself against New Zealand. So they should have sort of come back from there.
But
That didn't
every
happen.
time it doesn't happen. No, so many times in recent past ODI series, you're 2-0 down, you come back and fight. 1-0 down, come back and fight. Every Test series, 1-0 down, you come back and fight. They have. But if it was a fixed, guaranteed formula that 100% times it will happen, then there'll be no fun in the fight back anyway. You and I would know the result. It would be a foregone conclusion. The fact is that India's done it majority of time. I feel that they will go as wounded tiger. I'm not saying that they win, but they go in as wounded tigers. That's for sure.
I still don't think so. I don't.
You are backing Ricky Ponting basically. Ricky Ponting is going to come and play.
No, I'm not.
Somebody has to get runs, na?
I'm not backing Ricky Ponting in that sense, but I just feel that this Australian side this time looks a very different Australian side in that sense. I just feel that they are much more hungry as compared to an Indian side to win the Border Gavaskar Trophy, and I think that is something that would give them the edge. And on the other hand, India, things that are happening inside, in the field, off the field, all of these things, a combination of all of that, I think is just keeping India a little.
Acha, you're talking about off the field. Let's address the elephant in the room. That's the thing we're talking about. What's the future of the Gambhir Rohit Jodi is what we're going to talk about. Is it bright or is it not so bright?
Is there a future? There are people also questioning.
Future
if
to hai na, BJT.
this again, it's a very short future then, because there are those as well who are calling for this partnership to end as soon as possible. There are reports doing the rounds that
So who should end the like somebody will have to go out.
yes, now that's the question. how does this partnership come to an end? Does this come to an end by Rohit making way and ending the partnership, or Gambhir being shown the door and Rohit stays?
But is this we are talking?
Or both of them are told to.
This is format
Na ho
specific,
gaya
na?
rasta.
Format specific, right? Just
Yeah,
test
yeah,
cricket.
yeah. Test. But in Gambhir's case, it's not just test.
No, but in the partnership will continue in Test and ODIs.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I specifically asked. Because again, different
But if Gambhir,
partnership. If the partnership is not working here, I don't think it will work there either.
Acha, before we, I want to talk about Gambhir and this partnership. What have they done? Just so that we know where we stand. This is what Sunil Gavaskar told us exclusively on Sports Today. You can check that interview out. He said, when asked about Gambhir, as in, what do you make of Gambhir's stint as a coach? He had said the results speak for themselves. Even in Sri Lanka, India lost an ODI series after a long time, and now here it's a loss. It's a terrible loss. So I think the results speak for themselves. So he didn't quite answer the question directly, but he said results. You will know what his stint has been like. Clearly, he is not. Am I? What I'm deducing from it, is it correct that he's not impressed?
yes.
Yes,
Fair to say,
absolutely.
he's not impressed.
His comments remind me of Gambhir's tally till now. In the few series that we've seen him, it's only been whitewashes. You've either whitewashed the other team or you've gotten whitewashed. You lost 2-0 in Sri Lanka. You won 3-0 in Sri Lanka. Then Bangladesh, you won 2-0. Then
3-0 you won against Bangladesh T20s.
3-0 you won in the T20 series, and now you lost 3-0.
So Australia is
in
5-0 either way. So
and then India go for WTC.
Exactly, that's what I was
You need 4, you get an extra one.
No, see, it can be even 4-0 or 3-0. Na? The thing is, it has to be 0.
0.
So you can have a draw.
Can be 1-0 also.
1-0 also. So either it will be in India's favor or again, but the score is going to be this. That's a good one.
One place is remaining 0.
That is a good one. But anyway,
And if it remains 0, then Gautam Gambhir can take the flight to Delhi instead of the next venue.
why? That is my next point. Why is all the blame being pinned on Gautam Gambhir only? He's responsible for what just happened, 3-0. Your batters didn't get runs. You make tactical errors. You made errors in the field as well. On
See,
the toss
tactical
as well.
errors he may have to do with a bit.
Why a bit? I think
not
majority.
Why majority?
Always wholly his call.
My point is why do you say wholly? When tactical errors by the captain or tactical decisions come good, then you praise the captain. How many people, let me ask you, how many people praised Rahul Dravid for tactical brilliance? For tactical brilliance.
Tactical brilliance.
T20 World Cup.
Yeah, who praised him?
No, if including Rohit and Virat.
Who did you praise? Who did you praise?
No, even for me, it's always the duo. It's always the both of them for me personally. Because again,
you praised Rahul Dravid for decision during T20 World Cup.
that's what I was giving that example only. Again, if getting Rohit and Virat was a very big part in that was of Rahul Dravid. So I sort of, if that would not have gone India's way, if we would not have won the World Cup, it was all going towards Rahul Dravid who would have taken that call. But now because we have won it and every one of us has been proven wrong, then the credit of course goes to...
That's a very macro call, no Shashwat? That is to decide the future of
exactly.
that. No, I'm talking about in this T20 series, you're going to talk about tactical errors like toss, na? You're going to talk about tactical errors in terms of field placement, na? You're going to talk about tactical errors in terms of your batting order, sending Sarfraz at number 8 or sending Siraj as a night. Those tactical errors, what is a coach got to do with it? Please
No,
tell
it's
me.
50-50.
How is it 50-50?
It's not even 49-51. It is 50-50.
How is it 50-50?
Because
How is it 50? If it is 50, didn't Rohit himself come and say, I'll take the blame for all the thing? You think the coach
But
has
again,
decided?
Rohit, we know he was just being a very good leader over there. Of course, it wasn't
How
just...
do you know that? He told you that?
No, he didn't tell me that. But of course, it wasn't just his fault. That was a very good thing to do as a leader. He stood up for the team. He took the blame on himself and all of these things. That was a great thing to do. But again, we also know that of course it wasn't just one Rohit Sharma because of whom you lost the 3-0, the series 3-0. It was a collective failure in that sense. But Rohit Sharma came out and talked about it. Yeah.
No. I am saying, that's what I'm trying to say.
Even tactical, it's
Why
50-50.
is it, I am just asking, because I'm a bit baffled. that how is it that Gautam Gambhir is the reason that India has lost this series? Because at least
50%
if
of
I
it is
go-
Gautam Gambhir.
How is it?
50%
How
is
is it
Rohit Sharma.
50%?
Because most of the majority of the again I'll tell you, sending. I'll just tell you small instances. Mohammad Siraj walking out as the night watchman. It was Gautam Gambhir it was Mohammad Siraj who went to Gautam Gambhir who made that call. So that is very obvious that call was made by Gautam Gambhir. Left-right combination, again, that is the thing that Gautam Gambhir wants in Test cricket, specifically. Playing all guns blazing and playing aggressively is great. It's really good to play aggressive Test cricket. You sort of get the crowds and all of those things, but it needs to be very selective and it has to be situational. That wasn't the case. The team did not show that.
You are telling me, I just really want to understand.
Yeah.
You are telling me that all these calls which ideally the captain should take, and all captains have taken before this as well. You've had many coaches. You had Gary Custon, you had all of these coaches are purely taken by the captain. The coach gives his suggestion. Eventually, the buck stops with the captain, whether it's right or wrong, and that is not change in cricket. Even in the IPL, coaches give suggestions. They feel that the final decision is not the coaches.
But it's 50-50. They need to be on the same page.
No, my friend. It is. I'm not talking about the Indian team. I'm not talking about this series. I am just talking in general.
Also.
So every time that there is a coach, he will give a suggestion, right? If MS Dhoni will come out to bat ahead of a Yuvraj Singh in the final, Gary Custon can give a suggestion. Eventually, the captain will take a call. Same for the toss. If I am the captain, I will go and ask Harshit, the coach, please tell me what to do. I will go and ask maybe Virat as a senior player or a Bumrah, whoever there is, that what should we do? There could be a team meeting. Eventually, the buck stops. Captain has to decide.
Yeah.
It is the captain's decision. How is it 50-50? I do not, and I'm not, please do not get me wrong. I'm not talking about Rohit Sharma and Gautam Gambhir in per se. It is not, and I agree with this. When a team wins, the captain should get the credit. He should get the credit. When India won the 2011 World Cup, who got the credit?
Even the coach for that matter.
No, coach is given.
See, both of them need to be on the same page.
Yes, I'm saying that way when the team wins, everyone gets the credit. Yeah, the batting coach also gets, the throwdown expert also gets. Everyone will get credit. Everyone did. The fielding coach also did well if the fielding was good. Everyone will get credit. My point is, the whole sole decision maker of a team in cricket per se remains the captain. It is his, nobody can question it. Even there could be two things, which maybe what Shashwat says, maybe which is true here, and maybe then I could be wrong. You have to tell me. So you're telling me I can agree to the 50-50 provided then both have an equal say. In my understanding, the captain has always had more say. Always the buck stops with him. But like you pointed out a few incidents, and I can't argue with that whole Virat Kohli situation for the night watchman. You saw Virat go up to Gautam, ask what to do. It was decided Siraj will go, whatever. My point is too. Are you then telling me that this is the first ever coach-captain relationship where coach is superseding the captain?
No.
Is he taking? No, because you are saying no, this happened. This should have been a decision taken by the captain. So is this a relationship where now coaches started having the upper hand?
Yeah, that's exactly what I feel here, and it's not just that. Even when Gautam Gambhir came in as a selector, we used to have this. As a coach, we used to have this discussion a lot of time. And since the very beginning, I feel he's a personality who wants to be on the driver's seat. Even though in the IPL, post the IPL, there were reports about that it wasn't Gautam Gambhir, it was Chandrakant Pandit who was the hard taskmaster. But always in the limelight, it was Gautam Gambhir.
But that's not something he asked for. The media gave him more.
It's not like he asked for that. But here also, I feel that the coach and the captain aren't on the same page, and that's one of the reasons why this sort of a performance is coming in. I'll tell you why. Because firstly, you went for a wicket that was a rank turner, but the batting approach of the team looked like they're still playing on truer surfaces, sort of a situation. So in that sense, I feel that the game plan wasn't on the same page, because if the game plan was to give rank turners and play in the dark ages, then the batting approach would have been very different.
Why I'm interjecting
Saransh, please show us those issues that Shashwat is pointing about. So this is what we'll talk about. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, the one thing that I want to know from Shashwat, when he says that the two aren't on the same page, I want to know what that evidence is, number one.
Which
and
one?
That the two aren't on the same page. What is it that you saw? The one time, and I agree with you, while you mostly see, like the declaration call is made not by the coach. Coach is consulted, but the gesture has to come from the captain. Likewise, who is to go as the night watchman is also, maybe coach is consulted, but the final call is taken. But besides that, is there any other evidence to suggest that the two aren't on the same page? I feel they're on the same page, which is why I disagree with you and I'm interjecting. I want to know from you what gives you a feeling that the two of them aren't on
He's
the same
given
page.
another example.
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
pitches.
That's what,
He
about
just
the
gave-
pitches.
But who asked for it and who didn't? That's what I want to know.
But
And
again-
how do we know it wasn't a collective call?
I'll tell you why, because all the scrutiny now, all the reports that are coming and all of these things are coming, all the
What are the
review-
reports first?
that Gautam Gambhir is going to be under review. There's going to be a review committee which is going to have Ajit Agarkar, Gautam Gambhir, Rohit Sharma, and a few more people from
Yeah,
the BCCI.
those are the key stakeholders,
Yeah,
yes.
the key stakeholders are these people, and
So
they will-
Rohit Sharma is going to be questioning Gautam Gambhir? No.
no, nobody has told who will be questioning whom. These will be the people in the review meeting.
Oh, review. But that's a very normal thing.
No. He will be firstly he would be asked about the first.
Who, my point is, just to review a series is a normal thing. It always happens. The manager is consulted, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? But you are saying this is a meeting specifically to ask questions out of Gautam Gambhir.
That's how it has been portrayed in the media.
Well, why should it only be a Gautam Gambhir?
Yes,
Why not
I
a
agree.
captain?
Yeah, no, even I agree. So maybe I'm not saying it with a surety that I think that it's going to be Gautam Gambhir and Rohit Sharma who would be under scrutiny. I'm just not sure about it. That's why I'm not.
And so this is what you are highlighting.
Yeah.
This is Shashwat saying that these few things are going to be in review according to, he's written there, quote unquote reports. And no sitting in selection meeting, choice of pitches under scrutiny, tactical errors, choice of support staff. Okay, this is what he is saying.
And all of these
is the
things
good.
will be asked in the review meeting as well.
But then I want you to correct. This is not a hard stance only towards Gambhir, because certain things then the team management has to answer.
No, team management is
Because-
coach and captain, right?
Yes.
Yeah, tactical errors definitely 50-50 for the coach. Not even that, for all of the things, I'd say that Rohit Sharma is party to all of these things, even as far as the selection, as the support staff is concerned. If Rohit was the captain, he would have kept his foot down. Then even that should not have been allowed. So for me, all across.
No, we'll get to them
50-50.
one by one. Let's get to the pitches you said,
Yeah.
right? Let's start with the pitches. That pitches gave you an idea that they are not on the same page. My point is the choice of pitches, and if fingers are being pointed at Gautam Gambhir, pray tell me what were the pitches before, even in the Rahul Dravid era for majority of the time, after England you started changing. That time Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid were coaches, still you were getting rank turners. Before that there was a time when it was Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri also. You were getting similar pitches, rank turner pitches you were getting. So how is it that suddenly now Gautam Gambhir is responsible for this? So what was happening before?
Yeah, that's
Can I
what
say
I
one thing over here?
Because that time you won, so nobody asked. This time you lost, so everyone's got.
There is an instance of India losing as well in a major summit clash, and I'm talking about last year's World Cup final. We're in that month anyway, so I'm going to be getting flashbacks of the 19th of November. But it's not the first time that Rohit Sharma is involved in the preparation of pitches going wrong for India.
At that time, only two names were taken. Whenever we bashed anyone, it was Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid.
Exactly.
Nobody
so it's
else.
not the first time.
Exactly. Here
it's
also.
not the first time.
Here also, if we would have lost the game, see why I'm saying that both of them are not on the same page. You talked about Ravi Shastri and Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid. Over there, the team was going after a certain plan. They knew they were playing on rank turners, and their approach was the same. But here, why I feel both of them aren't on the same page, because you are playing on rank turners, but your approach is same that you were playing like you were playing on truer
That has
surfaces.
to do with batsmanship, Shashwat.
No, but that also reflects the
If there
team's
is a,
plan.
like I said yesterday, if there is, how is it that in a 3-match series there's only one batter that faces around 300 balls? How is it that most of your batters don't even get to 3-digit numbers?
That's what I'm
Premier
saying.
batsmen are stuck on 70 runs and 90 runs, something like that. Oh,
the total of
And tell
130.
me one thing.
More than 200 runs, 130 and 170. How's that possible?
That's why I'm saying that the approach, the whole approach reflects.
So tell
Batting
me one
was
thing. Tell me
very
one
bad.
thing. Let's assume what you're saying, right? Is that on these kind of pitches. So pitches, you are saying both captain and coach asked for similar pitches. Now approach is wrong. They're not on the same page. If it was Rohit's call, they would have batted very carefully. It is Gambhir's call to bat aggressively on these pitches.
No. What I'm trying to say is maybe even Rohit wanted truer surfaces for Mumbai as well, and Gambhir did not want.
So now you're not saying 50-50. 1 second.
Exactly, you're saying
Now
he
you are
superseded.
saying.
yeah.
So you are saying.
as far as the wicket is concerned.
No, but for everything, no, you just said for
It
now.
is- I'm-
Now,
I'm going to
one second,
talk
now,
of-
one by one. No, you said for tactical decisions now, the coach has started doing things, and the captain is playing second fiddle. Completely the opposite of how cricket has been functioning.
Yeah.
But in your word, coach is now ahead. Now for pitches also, you are saying that no, coach is become more powerful. He has decided the pitch and captain is taken. So captain wanted truer pitches. Please tell me, where does this narrative come from? This narrative did not exist when Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma were the coach and the captain. They also won some, they also lost some. They got knocked out in the 2021. But nobody said that it is Rahul Dravid's fault, or Rahul Dravid is doing all of this, and you blame both equally. In fact, as I said, in cricket per se, the buck stops with the coach. Suddenly now you find a narrative that for everything wrong in this series, it is Gautam Gambhir who's more responsible. He is deciding the pitches, he is deciding the approach. Even though before he took over, you were having the similar pitches, you were having the similar approach.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm trying to
Correct me
talk
if I'm
about.
wrong.
If they would have been on the same page, then the wicket and your approach would have been
My
same.
point, same page, but you are saying no, they are not on the same page
Yeah.
because Gautam Gambhir is getting his way. Why? Why is that being allowed to happen?
But
You're
that's
not on
been
the
a-
same page because whatever. But again, you said pitches like this. Even before Gautam was not there, pitches were like this only.
What is there to suggest?
He was not dictating pitches from like that.
But at
sitting
that
from-
time- at
when you
that-
were making the swastika in Indore, he was not dictating from there how to make pitches.
But even at
from
that,
KKR.
no, but even at that point, at least the captain and the coach were on the same page now.
But if this was made, you are now saying they are not on the same page. So how come suddenly, all I want to know is, so suddenly Rohit has changed now. With the pitches he wanted that time with Rahul Dravid were one thing. Now Gambhir has come. Gambhir also wants those kind of pitches only. But now he says, no, I want truer.
After a loss. Till then, Rohit and Gambhir were on the same page as far as wickets were concerned. You were getting good enough surfaces.
So you
till
are
then.
saying that
no, it could be even.
can I be very honest? If a captain is succumbing to the coach, then that is not. I'm not sure. Maybe Shashwat knows more, and he's got some information, inside information. That's why he's saying that. No, because you're saying that Gambhir is the one who's now taking a
I'm
call.
just assuming.
I'm very upset about it. It's got nothing to do with Gambhir or Rohit. It could be Virat as captain or Dravid as coach, whoever, anybody. In cricket, this is dangerous. In cricket, if you allow the coach to, and I will be very surprised if that is the case, that Rohit is allowing this thing to happen. And he is the captain. He knows the buck stops with him. He was very good on him
he's
that he
not
came
allowing
out.
it. That's why that's not the kind of approach that the batting unit took.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. So he's allowing Gautam Gambhir to dictate. No,
Yeah.
but that is a question I'm going to ask for the captain as well. I would not want my captain to be like that.
That's why I'm saying it's 50-50. That's why I'm saying it goes to the
very
captain.
surprised.
It goes down
I'm
to
very
the captain
surprised.
as well.
He's a World Cup winning captain. He's quite a sharp captain. He's won IPL titles, 5 IPL titles, now T20 World Cup. Why would he sit back and allow the coach to take charge? I don't know. And I don't know whether it is 100% true or Shashwat is saying that that's the case, or sometime your image or your perception dictates what people think about you. For example, Gambhir is perceived to be this no nonsense, hard talking person. So now whenever he is going to be in a partnership, then it's going to be he is the one who's taking all the calls.
No, but it's very much visible also, be it the Mohammad Siraj Virat Kohli thing, be it
That is
sitting
true.
in the selection
That is
committee.
true. No, what is the thing with selection committee? Please tell me. no sitting in the selection committee.
Yeah, that he was
But
part.
it was, no, so is he the first? It was normal. Rahul Dravid was in all selection meetings.
No, but as far as the report suggests that Rohit,
I don't care about that. I'm
Rahul
just
Dravid
asking.
and Ravi Shastri were not allowed in any
No,
selection committee
He was
meeting.
there. He was there.
Yeah,
I've covered here. He was there in the selection meeting. The team for the World Cup was selected team for Asia. He was there. His inputs were sought. Just now you told everyone on the show that it's because of Rahul Dravid that Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli were
And
given a second lease of life according to you in T20.
Yeah.
You were saying that, na? So then he was influential in selection meeting, and I am saying there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, there is.
But
Yeah,
so then
even I
where-
don't see
so
anything
my point
wrong
is
with
exactly this. How is it suddenly different yardsticks now? How is it that now it is wrong if what you are quoting is correct? That's not right for Gautam Gambhir to be in selection meeting, but it was right for a Ravi Shastri to play a role or a Rahul
What
Dravid
I
to play.
think, I think
But
what I
we-
forgot mentioning is if it's the same report that I also read, it's the same report that suggests that
I'm saying even if the report is not true,
the BCCI
people are still saying this.
isn't happy with the fact that Gautam Gambhir has been given all the autonomy and power once he took over in terms of making decisions. Number one, the first big decision, he had his own backroom staff. One of the pointers that Sarkar
Okay,
also
my,
has.
my,
But that
one
was
by
there
one,
with Rahul Dravid
one by one,
also.
which coach, one by one, one by
nothing wrong with
no,
it.
No, one by, which coach does not get his backroom staff? I'll give you an example. Ravi Shastri was made the coach. That time India, BCCI wanted, Saurav Ganguly was there, they wanted Zaheer Khan to come as the bowling coach. He
Consultant,
said,
they
no,
wanted them.
I want to have Arun as my
Bharat Arun.
bowling coach, Bharat Arun as my bowling. And he remained. Ditto for Rahul Dravid also.
He wanted Paras Pamre.
Yes, so
he wanted all the under 19s.
He got them.
I-
He got what he
I
wanted.
think
So
Rathore
what is wrong
was-
with it?
Rathore
You
was
follow
given an
football, no?
extension.
Coach
Yeah.
changes, he brings his support staff.
Only
No?
Absolutely.
So why is it only then for Gautam Gambhir that it
I
becomes an issue?
wholeheartedly agree. What I find objectionable in this report is that yes, the desired result was nowhere in terms of this series. But how is it that you're turning your back on Gautam Gambhir so soon and everything that he's done is now being questioned? How is the BCCI which is the one thing I find objectionable in this report? How is it that even the right decisions are being questioned? And what is wrong in the head coach? Because as has been the norm, like you were pointing out as well, the coach is always there to give his inputs. Before a major tournament, are you not always asked as the coach and the captain who are the players you're looking at? Was a Shardul Thakur not gotten into the setup for the World Test Championship final because he was asked for? Was a Ravichandran Ashwin not asked for just for that one match maybe, but he was nowhere to be seen otherwise in the World Cup to be playing for India otherwise. He was nowhere in the ODS scheme of things. You got him just for the one match in Chennai.
That's why I'm saying because
so what's wrong with inputs?
because
Inputs are always given.
So the captain was asking for those things and the captain was getting. Previous captains also got, and I agree with it. That's how it should be. Suddenly, I'm a bit surprised with now this narrative that Gautam Gambhir is also so there are two things. One, maybe you are right. Shashwat is right that he is. Then I will still blame the captain for allowing the coach to take her. Or secondly, the other thing, I'll be very honest. All these reports that come out, because half the things that are being mentioned here, that him in the selection meeting, suddenly it becomes an issue. Previous coaches were doing it. It wasn't a problem. Yes, a BCCI president coming and getting involved in selection meeting became an issue because that was out of the norm. Secretary used to be there. But suddenly now, Rahul Dravid was there for majority of meetings. He would be flown in, you would know, there would be Zoom calls. We've reported all that. It was a norm. Ravi Shastri did that. Suddenly now this thing comes that, Gautam Gambhir sitting was a problem. It wasn't a problem. Pitches have come under scrutiny now, which were coming under scrutiny earlier also whenever you're not doing well. But suddenly now the coaches become more responsible, and suddenly there has been a twist in that. Tactical error still now, or tactical brilliance still now, was attributed to the captain. When they were brilliant ones, we gave all the credit to the captain. When they were goof ups, you spoke about the captain. Suddenly now, tactical and decisions that are supposed to be taken by the captain everywhere is now a responsibility of Gautam Gambhir.
That's
I
not the
think
case.
my
But it's not
point
also
is-
like that Gautam Gambhir is nowhere to be blamed
I
here.
think where
It is
Gautam
fully
Gambhir-
50. It's not even 49-51.
I
But
think
these
where
are things,
Gambhir-
everything, as I said, stops with the captain. If you ask me, can I be very honest? As I said, I've just taken out all the loopholes and things being printed. I am not surprised, and I'm 100% guaranteeing this, that all of these reports in Indian cricket ecosystem come out when things go
that's
downhill, when things go south. You need a scapegoat. we end up finding scapegoats all the time. If you're a popular person, you will be less of a scapegoat within the media circles or within the BCCI circles or within the former player circles. If you're more likable, nobody is going to blame you. If you're not very liked or you polarize opinions, as Gautam sometimes does because he's outspoken, then he is the guy who had to take the fall for it. He's not. There will be media articles. There will be a lot of them, who would want to write against him. So those articles are going to be written. There could be a lot of players, former players, who've hated his guts. So they will never stand up. This eventually becomes a case of taking sides, of finding a scapegoat. But I'm afraid, yes, the coach will also be looked at, and he should be looked at just as the captain, just as some of your senior players, just as your support staff, you should be looked at. But suddenly everything in these reports being timed after a loss can only tell me one thing, that you want to protect certain people and you want to throw certain people under the bus. Nothing.
I will just say, having looked at Indian cricket for so long, that at the moment, Gautam Gambhir of these 4 pointers maybe is answerable for just 2.
Which ones? Tell me which
Point
one.
number 2 and point number 3 is where
Choice of pitches, again, as I said, buck stops
3.
with
but
the captain.
Yes.
Tactical.
No, but then why after the ODI World Cup we were after Rahul Dravid as well?
No, it was no, but that's what I'm saying. He was never painted as the main villain. You went after what?
No, both of them, Rohit and Rohit.
It was wrong.
Yeah.
If you went after him, it was wrong.
No, equally to be blamed.
Point number 2 and 3, I will say both points 2 and 3. Point number 2 says choice of pitches under scrutiny. Point number 3 says tactical errors. Both, I will not say wholly Gautam Gambhir is to be answerable. It's a 50-50 that has seen point number 2 and point number 3, where if by now there was a misunderstanding of one wanted this, the other wanted that, is something would have come out by now. I believe Rohit Sharma was very much on the same page in terms of what the pitch requirement was, because Rohit Sharma exactly wanted a drier pitch on the 19th of November as well, and he got it wrong then too. He perhaps got it wrong in Mumbai. And what's there not to believe that Rohit Sharma was an equal stakeholder this time around as well? Point number 3, tactical errors being questioned, and that is something that coach and captain will always be questioned in terms of things going wrong tactically. So I agree. Captain takes more tactical decisions than the coach, because see, with the coach all you decide is what's to be done going into the session. Once the session begins, it's all proactive thinking of the captain.
Even the one that he mentions of the night watchman, which I agree with him that it did show that it was Gautam. If I was captain, I wouldn't allow that. If I will decide, and if I do allow it, then it should be upon me.
But yeah, this is again, it's now we are going after Rohit Sharma. Then
no, not going on. No, it's about, as I said, it's not about who the captain is. It is a fact.
Yeah,
this decision has to be taken with captain. If tomorrow I am a BCCI president, okay, and you are running a team, and if I have appointed you as captain, it is with the understanding that the final call is yours, sir. It is yours. You have the power. You have the absolute power, unless, of course, I mean, you have to look at all sides.
Morally on papers, that's absolutely correct.
That's how it should be. Why are you going to allow somebody else to take the call? Because you'll have to take the hit for it. It's also your fault. For example, that's what I'm trying to say. If there is certain responsibility given to you to do whatever, it's your whole soul responsibility. You decide someone else to take the call for it, and it does not go well. You have an assistant with you. You take his and doesn't go. Eventually, you're going to get the flack for it.
No, but
you are going to get the flack for it. It cannot happen that the other person did it. The other person is to back you up, and that's the role of a coach in cricket, my friend. That is always going to be the case. You see all good captains.
Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri, at that point also always it was about Ravi Shastri. It's since whenever we talked about things, it was either Ravi Shastri and Virat Kohli together, Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma together.
But all decisions, whatever decision, yes, he's there to.
Even Ravi Shastri is still blamed equally as much as Virat Kohli is blamed as a captain.
Not at all, my friend. Virat Kohli was, and by the way, credit to Virat Kohli on that front as well. He did not allow anyone to take the thing. What did we used to say? What did Ravi Shastri say himself? That his job is to motivate the team. His job was always that. He would motivate them and make them feel good if they're down and out. Decisions eventually was Virat Kohli. he would take the call. It should be. And by the way, same
Then there is no
for
role
Rahul
of the
Dravid.
coach
Same for
in itself.
coach is to provide you with inputs. For back, there are hazard people in that.
But still, that means that coach has the buck doesn't stop on the coach, and the coach has zero responsibility in that sense, zero
No,
accountability.
That way, if I will say the buck does not stop with, the assistant coach or the support staff or the fielding coach. Everyone is responsible. They have a role to play. I agree with you. They are the ones who have to give you support. The team cricket is run like that, my friend.
Even in
It
the
is
team,
run by the captain.
while the team is getting selected, they're
My
also
thing is
using
suddenly-
it,
no,
they're just,
no.
he's just giving his input there. That's not
it
the
is
case.
how it should be. That is how it should be.
Yeah,
that
it
is how
should
it
be
should
like
be.
that.
Yes, but if it is not happening, then you should question that. Why is it not happening like that? People should step up and take a call. See, if it was all thing now, I mean, there are talks that, this is going to be disastrous move on from Gautam Gambhir. See, it did not start well, by the way, for Rahul Dravid as well and Rohit Sharma. In 2021, they were knocked out first round of the T20 World Cup.
He was appointed just after.
Yeah,
Just
but
after, yeah.
but it did not
2022,
start. It did not start well for Rahul Dravid as a coach. No, he was coach. No, 2021.
Just after the World Cup, he was appointed.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
21 was
He was,
Shastri.
he was appointed.
But
You remember
first
they had the
major
meeting
was
there only during the World Cup only. Jaisha and Rahul Dravid
Correct.
had the meeting there, but he was going to be appointed after the World Cup.
Correct,
There
but
was
it did not
Dhoni and
start-
Ravi
did-
Shastri.
did
Asia Cup
his-
was the first major failure.
Yeah.
Asia Cup was
Then
the first.
2022 World Cup.
Then
2022
2022 World Cup. That time also you said eventually it is the same coach and the captain pairing which
Yeah.
saw those failures that won the World Cup.
No, can I say something? I think where these reports targeting Gambhir and painting him, rather tainting him, at the moment are coming from. I think they're coming from the fact that you talked about personalities earlier. He's fighting a PR battle over here more than a cricketing battle. This is to do with Gautam Gambhir, the personality that people at times don't like. People don't like a stern personality at times, which Gautam Gambhir is. Is he allowed to be one? Yes, of course he's allowed to be
But
one.
then when all the calls are to be taken by Rohit Sharma, everything, the final decision, if things go right or wrong, it's going to be after Rohit Sharma. Then you cannot have a personality like that as a coach.
So
Why?
you're saying okay
Yeah.
no. So you're saying the
Could you
prop.
elaborate a little on that, please?
When the coach is supposed to play second.
So you're saying the choice of coach is wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Then
could be a
that's
valid
also
point.
wrong.
I want to know more. Yeah. Why?
If that's the case, if that's how cricket is supposed to be, and if the coach is supposed to play for second fiddle,
Yes.
and you know a Gautam Gambhir
Because
isn't
it's
that
not football.
personality.
Football coach
yeah.
is the
Okay.
is
And
the
you
decision
know
maker.
that he's not that sort of a personality. Then in the first place, he should not have been the coach.
So who decided?
But who's to say that Gautam?
No, it could be if he feels that.
If that's the whole job of the coach, then Rahul Dravid was
So you're
perfect
saying
for
choice
that.
of coach is wrong because the personality is such he doesn't like being superseded by
Yeah.
anyone.
If that's how things are supposed to be run.
But what is the evidence right now? Gautam Gambhir knows what it is. By the way,
You only said that he's
been
somebody you can be a stern
So
As
you're
a
telling-
personality.
stern personality, he was at Lucknow as well. Still, they went into the playoffs. Stern
No.
personality, he was even when he was KKR
But
mentor.
there-
He wasn't even the coach. He was the mentor. Did he? So, if
But
you're telling me
everywhere
that
he
Gautam
could have
Gambhir
been
doesn't
the-
know how to be, how to be on the back burner or how to not be in the limelight. I think he very well knows that.
No. But there also, in the case of Lucknow, KL Rahul was somebody who doesn't like to be in the. He's not a proactive person. He waits for
But there
things
was
to
an
happen.
Andy Flower.
No, but Andy Flower, but the center of attraction there also was Gautam Gambhir. KKR, I do agree. Over there, Chandrakant
So
Pandit.
what
but
is your solution now? There are two. Okay, I take his point. It's an interesting point. Two questions I have. One, so you think Rohit Sharma warned us about this in advance?
Yeah, I warned you even when
But
he was getting
you warned after Rohit Sharma
appointed.
said that.
No, I said even before that.
What did you say? Remind the viewer.
Even before he was getting appointed, I never.
Why?
Because the same reason, because I also agree with you. Coach in the Indian cricket setup at least needs to be second fiddle, and
Yes.
Gautam Gambhir isn't somebody who wants to be that. At that point,
Did you
also-
raise your voice when he was appointed as coach?
Yeah, but every one of you, including you also, everyone said that this is just a perception that I have. That's
So
not
now
the-
you're feeling vindicated. That see, I
Even
told you
Rohit
that he's
yeah.
not great news, and see how it's
Yeah.
turning out because of his personality. So now my second question: do you think Rohit Sharma was warning us when he said
that
yes.
till now they're fine.
Till now, everything's fine.
what was it? Remind our viewers. What
He
did
said that he was asked that how is the
Relationship.
with Gautam Gambhir till now. So he said that that line was at the end. Before that, he said that I've been playing cricket for a very long time now, and we need to adjust with certain coaches. I've played with so many coaches. Till now, everything is fine.
Till now.
Till now. That was the
all.
last line.
So you, okay, hypothetical question. If Rohit Sharma has asked that question today in the press, how's your relationship with Gautam Gambhir? What do you think he will say? What is it that he would want to say?
What is that he... interesting.
What do you
I think it's still early days.
What would he say? Till now it's fine.
Now you lost a series.
3-0.
Now you're saying
So
that
now
the
what would
decisions
he
were not
say?
taken by him.
What
the
do you
decisions were
reckon?
taken by Gambhir.
He would, I think he would again say the same thing.
What?
The thing that he started with, that I've played with so many people, we have to adjust, we have to learn to adjust, and that you can read between the lines.
So you, no.
He again, if he has if everything was okay, then he would have said that everything is okay.
Okay, hypothetical question. It's not a press conference, it's in a room.
Yeah.
And he's asked a question by his friend. What's he going to say?
No, I can't repeat that on camera.
You think so?
Yeah.
So you're, okay, what you're hinting at, which may be true, that he may not be a happy captain right now because he's not getting a free hand, you reckon? See, because if that's the question, if that is a thing, then that doesn't augur well for Indian cricket. As a fan of Indian cricket, I wouldn't want that. Would that mean moving on from a coach or a captain? Because you think the relationship may not be the same as Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma shared, and that will cause problems.
There's one more thing that I've noticed. I don't know if I'm just thinking too much or I'm just looking into things a little too much. But I have just noticed that Gambhir's being a little more, chirpy, a little more happy, smiling all the time. Because again, that's not who he is.
The last time I remember a sinking ship and somebody behaving like that was Mumbai Indians and Hardik Pandya.
See, again, that's the whole point. Because again, since a very long time I've noticed this, even because I'm just looking at the loop also.
Below the belt.
Yeah.
There's no need for such below the belt jokes.
I was looking at this loop and I realized
The way that he put it.
I've been seeing him smiling, laughing, giggling a lot.
So what's wrong with it? People had complained when he was not smiling, and now...
No, nothing's wrong, but that was who he was now.
Now you want him. So maybe he's under pressure, but you're saying he's putting the captain under pressure.
No. I don't know. I just don't get the right vibe.
What would you do if you were the boss who could take all calls? What are you going to do? To save Indian cricket? You could do anything. Review meeting, you have full...
I would have a different setup altogether for white ball and red ball.
Okay.
So Gambhir might be there in the white ball setup, but not in the red ball.
Talking about, this perception, that's an interesting one. There was an article also written.
But he also has switched quite a few times, that there should be all three format players. And then he said that specific.
Okay. Shashwat says a very interesting thing, and it coincides with something that a very senior cricket writer in Sharda Ugra, someone who I've known for a very long time, I admire her, and she's written a piece in Hindustan Times where she's written that the reasons for India's loss. So she's written a T20 coach, clueless batters, brittle nerves. So according to her, this is what has caused India's downfall. Apologies, I haven't read the entire article, but I will. But I do know what she's alluding to, T20 coach. But this, I think, is a bit uncharitable for Gautam, making him or branding him as a T20 coach. Because I'll tell you why. Why? Because Shashwat has said the same thing, and that's why I want to touch upon that. As a T20 coach. So his coaching experience was limited to T20 cricket, okay? But how does that mean anything? Does that mean that he does not know how to coach in a red ball setups? Hasn't he played enough test cricket himself to understand? Hasn't he played those gritty test knocks himself? Hasn't he played domestic cricket? Hasn't he been captain of a domestic team in 4-day cricket? Would he not know that? Rahul Dravid too started his coaching career, if I may remind everyone, through IPL, through white ball. And then later on graduated to NCA, under 19 and NCA and so on. So my point is that to brand somebody as a T20 coach, is he just a T20 coach? Don't you think that?
I in fact have read this whole piece.
Okay.
And well, there are three bits to the headline. T20 coach, clueless
Yeah, I'm just
batters.
focusing on coach.
Yeah, T20 coach, clueless batters, brittle nerves. I do agree with 2/3 of it. I agree with.
No, I just want to know about the coach.
T20 coach, and I share the same sentiment as you do, because I'm reminded of Gautam Gambhir playing gritty knocks in New Zealand. I'm reminded of Gautam Gambhir playing gritty knocks in Kotla. And I'm talking about the longest format of the game over here. He may not have anything to show for as far as coaching in the red ball setup is concerned, but does the man not know enough about winning in tough conditions in the game's longest format? That to me is difficult to digest. What we saw in against New Zealand was, I think, more of the central bit in this headline, and that is clueless batting.
No,
You
that
lost
that
the
is a
series.
different debate. We've
You lost
discussed
the
that. I
series,
just want to know
and
about
perhaps the headlines would have been very different had the batting stepped up, because this at the moment, I think if the buck stops on someone right now, it has to stop on the batting. Less the coach, lesser the bowlers. The batting, I think, is responsible for you and I having this chatter at the moment.
See, that's what I'm trying to say. I'll give you again Rahul Dravid's example. He did not have great That's why I'm saying sometimes we look at past things. Even he started in T20. Did not have great stints both in Rajasthan Royals as well as Delhi Capitals as a T20 coach as well. But he is today a T20 World Cup winner as a coach.
But he was appointed as the coach of the Indian team because of what he did with the under-19 and India
I
A
agree.
teams.
But my point is this. What my point is, it's not that things can't change. I gave an example.
Yeah.
He wasn't really great in T20 cricket, yet has ended up as a T20 World
I
Cup.
look at this
You're
in a
trying to
very
say that
different way.
Gautam Gambhir has no idea about Test
No,
cricket.
that's what I'm trying to get
In fact,
to.
Rahul Dravid was the most unlikely to be a World Cup winning T20 coach.
Yeah,
Given
exactly.
his credentials as a cricketer.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to get to. I take this headline very differently. I feel what this means exactly by a T20 coach in that sense is that I feel firstly what a player has done.
Forget the headline. You yourself
Yeah,
said he's more suited to white ball cricket.
I'm telling you
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because I feel that what a player has done in his career versus how is he as a coach. I think those are two absolutely different things.
Absolutely.
There are nothing to do with what he's done.
Exactly. So what makes you say that he'll be a white ball coach?
I feel
only?
he's a little more role specific and a more how do I put this in words? I think coaching the Indian team needs a very different skill set versus being a coach of the IPL team, because you have different kinds of people over there. You need to sort of put everyone in their roles. You don't know everything about everyone. You need to make everyone feel very differently versus what is it in the Indian team. Once Gautam Gambhir came into this Indian team, everyone knew their roles. It wasn't about coaching or it wasn't about putting things back in place. It was just about managing what the system was already there.
Because I understand your point, Sasha, but my only thing is, you saying KKR things were already in place, right?
No.
But no, they were, and you're right. In fact, if you were alluding to that, because
India
it was the third season that he joined in. 2 seasons that played. The previous one was under Chandrakant Pandit, and the first one was without Chandrakant Pandit as well. So roles were defined anyway. What is to suggest?
No, they weren't. They weren't.
This is the first.
He changed a lot of things in ours as soon as he joined KKR.
That's what I'm saying. This is his first season with the Indian cricket team. Allow him that time to know.
I gave an example of how Rahul Dravid
What I'm trying to tell you is that in the KKR setup, he went there, he sort of got everything back in place. Sunil Narayan wasn't opening for a couple of years. You got in a Sunil Narayan to open. Rinku Singh was being utilized in a very different way. He started using Rinku Singh in a very different way. Shreyas Iyer coming back as a captain, he wasn't there in the middle. In the 3 out of the 3, 1 season he wasn't there. So he went there and he had to put everything in place. He needed to be that elder brother in that team, versus when he comes into the Indian setup, he doesn't need to be that.
Okay, so I have a solution for Shashwat, and maybe Shashwat is making a very valid point that it's horses for courses, one coach suited to one. I have a solution, and maybe this might solve all the problems of the Indian cricket. How about they would have swapped coaches for this series? So you could have VVS Lakshman coach the New Zealand series and Gautam taken the T20 team to South Africa. They could have done that.
Would that have been interesting? But he doesn't like Rinku Singh. I don't know why. Gautam Gambhir.
He doesn't like Rinku Singh.
No, not at all.
He's part of his T20 World Cup.
But he did no, he wasn't part of his.
KKR
He
IPL
underutilized him so
winning.
much. He sent him to bat so lower down the order. And then
Sometimes you say Chandrakant Pandit was running the team.
No, I never said. According to me, it was Gautam Gambhir only. The reports you told me about, those suggested that Chandrakant Pandit is doing it. But according to me, it was Gautam Gambhir only.
What reports? Everyone said that.
No, but according to me, it was still.
Chandrakant Pandit came on Sports Today after winning the IPL.
Yeah,
he spoke to us about things that went in what they decided.
But he removed.
He wanted to be India coach, by the way. Yeah. But then they put the 60-year age cap.
But then why did he remove Rinku of the whole red ball circuit? He's nowhere to be seen, poor guy. What wrong? He's 55 average.
He's amazing. Everyone
Rinku
has
can
done.
do on that.
Neither did the Indian team that was with Dravid and.
He went to South Africa.
so
He was
what?
playing for India A at least. Here too, he's
So
not even
what?
playing Duleep,
So
India
what?
A, nothing.
So what? He went for T20 World Cup, didn't get a chance, poor guy.
Yeah, that was very
That
wrong,
too, yeah.
honestly. But because you won it, that's why you can not say anything
These
now.
things are, exactly.
But Rinku Singh not taking Rinku Singh was a blunder in T20 World Cup as well.
Was?
But not keeping
That's
him
what
in
I'm saying.
test cricket,
That was a big.
this is also very wrong. At least
Yeah,
he
but
was
right
playing.
now I think
maybe,
because
maybe I actually see this as a blessing for
For-
Rinku and Indian
Why?
cricket. Because now there's growing clamour about having specialists. You read this piece as well.
Yeah,
There is
yeah.
a mention about having specialists.
That's how things
That's
are
how
going to be.
maybe in this wrong decisions way you and many other Rinku lovers, so am I. Perhaps look at him having to play other formats as well. Maybe there's a blessing in disguise for you and me and for Rinku as well. That at least you have a T20 specialist in Rinku Singh.
Yeah,
who's
but there also he batted so lower down the order. He can easily bat at 4 or 5.
That he can.
Rinku.
That he can.
Easily.
That he can. But what he can do at 7 at times is something that nobody else in the team can do.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. And his designated role should be 6 or 7. But you cannot do this now that when you have
But
had a
if I
collapse,
remember,
you stop him for the 5th over
I
only.
remember
That's
as well,
not right.
times that KKR were very close to breaking the record for the highest total, and they were there a couple of times. I remember them sending Rinku ahead of a Shreyas as well.
No,
Yes,
they never did that.
They did it.
Saran sir?
I think
Did
you
they do that?
Yes, Saransh can very well tell us.
In the same match.
Yes, I think this was the match against Delhi, and there's one more match that I can recall where, in fact, Ramandeep was also sent up the order.
Ramandeep to
Yeah.
But with Rinku Singh, I also remember this that there was one game or a couple of games where KKR had a collapse and then you stopped Rinku Singh. You did not send him, you sent other batters ahead of Rinku Singh and you stopped him for the last 5-6 overs. That is something that should not be done. Designated place, definitely. 6 is fine for him because he's that finisher. But if you're having collapse, it's not like he's not capable of batting more overs.
My multitasking producer, Mr. Saransh, if you'll be kind enough to also give us some question in the middle of making all the thumbs that he is doing today. He's doing multitasking. Let's also hear from our viewers. They have so many interesting inputs to give us.
As always.
Even some of them are fighting in the comment section.
They are also fighting. Okay.
That's good.
It's Rohit camp versus Gambhir camp.
Battles become.
Just increase the font a bit for us to see. One more. That's it. Okay.
Tu, sir?
Okay, we're starting with Rakesh Bhushan, and he is saying IPL dominated, ecology is challenge for BCCI. Acha. Players committed to test cricket should be preferred than players playing to sustain their marketing brands and by pressure of broadcasters. What he's effectively saying is maybe it's time to
Specialists.
specialists, which I think we kind of agree.
You're
The future is
approaching-
that.
Yeah, you're approaching more and more closer.
Yeah, I think the future
Yeah,
is
but Gambhir only said in the beginning, I want all 3.
You'll have to
4,
take that
3, 4.
back.
He has to, he has no other option.
He's the removing him only. Forget take
But
that.
that day also, it did not make any sense. That day also, you remember in the Duleep Trophy, all this Surya will play, Hardik, all of this they started.
But Surya says-
it's not even been a month since everything has changed. They got Surya and everyone to play Duleep Trophy. We want all 3 format players and whatnot.
Dhanush is saying Shashwat must be happy. Shreyas has scored back-to-back 100,
Yeah, 150.
but he missed the game in the middle.
Yeah, but still back to back. Ne?
Agartala.
Tripura he man.
Well, no Prithvi Shaw still.
Yeah.
That punishment
But
continues.
He's putting gym reels.
Which Shashwat enjoys a lot. That day we
Showing
were in
that he's
office.
working on his fitness.
No, I
Shashwat really enjoys keeping a close eye on Prithvi Shaw because he still low-key hopes that he comes back to DC.
Yeah, I do not want such a talent to get wasted.
You dare not have him back in DC.
Wherever he goes, he's a good
I
talent.
can wish him well. I can wish him well.
Yeah, I do wish him well.
That's a different debate. Okay, so no Prithvi still.
Yeah.
Ranji Trophy. Yeah?
So yes, one. That Himanshu Singh, that Australian, he's picking wickets, lots of wickets, 6 wickets in the last
The
game.
tall one.
Specialist.
Yeah.
The tall guy.
Specialist net bowler.
Sharma, no, he is.
Singh.
He's Singh. I thought he was Himanshu
He's
Sharma.
picking wickets. Now he's playing since the time that Tanush Kotian has gone for India. He's getting the opportunity here.
Wow.
He's picking wickets.
Prashant Gautam, he says that if Gigi is the reason, he would come forward to take responsibility, not Rohit.
if all the tactical decisions were 50-50, then he would also come and take those play.
See that also.
By the way, you can like Gigi, you can dislike him, but one thing that you will know about him, he is never the one to not address a thing.
Yeah.
Even in the biggest controversies,
That's right.
he's not that guy I will not speak. He'll come and speak, he'll speak his mind. You may agree with it or disagree. He's not the kind to patli gali se
don't you
nikal
think that
jane
at
wala.
times
That
that's
was
not
him,
the
the
right
politician
thing?
as well. That was him, the
No,
politician.
even
too.
before that. I
Yeah,
remember
very head on.
because a couple of times, there would be like a controversy, you speak to him, like you're saying, because sometimes players are, hesitant to talk about it. Really, so I don't care. Ask anything, I'll speak about everything.
Yeah.
Never saying that, no, don't touch this.
But
people
don't you
will
think that's not the right
He'll
way
say
to
what he has to.
approach things as an Indian coach? Because maybe
I'm not talking about being coach.
but I'm saying, do you think that this approach is right being the coach? Because at times, Indian team is a family. There, everything cannot be fine all the time. If he's there for such a long time, it's not going to be happy all the time. At some points, there would be things that won't be going the right way. Then do you think he should be coming out and talking about that? Because I don't think so.
See, I don't think he'll talk internal things, but if there were some mistakes made, and especially if he's responsible, he's not the one who will not come and say, this I was wrong, I should have fixed it. Yes, I took a call. I think that's his personality. Hey, now the thing is, a lot of his reels are going viral of all things that he had said about Ravi Shastri and so many other things.
That one's doing the rounds quite a bit.
And it's basically that Ravi Shastri is now saying that he needs time to adjust and then cut to what he said when Ravi Shastri was the coach.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, Sarthak Arya.
I'm waiting for Varun Chakravarti to be exposed in South Africa. Gigi brought him in the squad on KKR quota. That's what Sarthak says, not me. He also says that he gave Harshit Rana rest to keep him uncapped, playing Siraj instead of Aksar in the 1KD test. Karma for Rohit-Gambhir.
But I think a bit uncharitable for Varun Chakravarti.
Yeah.
He did very
I was
well.
saying
Yeah.
about
And
to say
then
about
when he
that
came
one.
back also, he's done well.
Yeah. Varun Chakravarti definitely.
He was picked before his time and you paid the price for it. Then he
2021.
went back, performed,
came back,
and has performed. In the
But
limited.
Harshit Rana, I do agree. It's a little odd to sort of.
But what would Gigi do if he's got fever, Harshit got fever?
No. Not him not being able to play. I'm saying just fast tracking him so much suddenly. That
He
too
was
without.
also doing well, yeah.
No, he was doing well. White ball.
He would have
test
played for
ball.
India, if he had not got fever.
White ball, it's okay. White ball, I understand. But Test cricket, it's too soon. I feel just 9 first class
Imagine,
games.
such an important time of his career, he got fever.
Poor guy.
That's very unfortunate, I must say.
Tanmay Joshi. Krish Yadav. He says, Nikhil, you said 2 was bluffing. Who's saying 2?
Setu was bluffing when he said he wanted to bat in World Cup final. He wanted to bat in Adelaide.
Rowe. Okay.
Acha.
Tony
Rowe was bluffing when he said he wanted to bat in the World Cup final. He wanted to bat in Adelaide too after Bangalore decision. You agree? His pitch reading ability is terrible. He has made a few errors. I have to agree. There is no doubt about it. He has made a few errors. But I know of a lot of captains in the past that have made errors. One thing I do talk about pitches. One of the biggest student of reading pitches for me that I've seen over the years has been Rahul Dravid, because I used to follow him while he was playing. A lot of time, he would go a day, while as a player also, spend a lot of time studying the pitches. And he himself would tell me that despite him taking a keen interest in pitches and reading them for so much, even he has never perfected the art of getting it right.
Which is why I think it's important to have a Virender Sehwag in the team. Because he would never really pay.
But you have the groundsman of the Lords. They
boots
sort
about
of
the
put
pitch.
this machine in the pitch and moisture and everything. They
Yeah,
have
but
this reader.
still, it's just how it behaves as a
Yeah,
lot
that can never.
to do with the overhead conditions on that day.
You
It's
need
not a
AI for
perfect
this.
science. It's
No, not
perfect
even
science.
AI can.
You
I
need
think,
AI
figure
for
that
it.
out. Let cricket remain cricket.
Tanmay Joshi.
Tanmay Joshi says that even Shreyas said in a KKR interview in soft words that Gigi is like a football manager and it
Finally, BCCI's
becomes
mail has come
very
about
difficult
KL
at
and
times.
Jurel joining a squad. Once they already joined, now the official, no? That was
Officially now.
official they've announced. Now,
This was was seen visuals of him practicing that.
it usually happens like that only. Sorry.
Tanmay Joshi is pointing at a KKR interview that was given by Shreyas Iyer, in which Tanmay says that in milder words, Shreyas said that GG is like a football manager and it becomes very difficult at times to navigate your ideas through him.
They were even.
That's an interesting point that he makes, and maybe that is something that Shashwat also alluded to. That maybe, I don't know if I'm putting words in your mouth, but I think maybe what he's hinting at that maybe that kind of a personality will make a great coach with a youngish team vis-a-vis
a senior. But again.
So who goes out now, the coach or the seniors, to ensure that coach gets that team, or
Coach.
Achha, coach.
Coach needs to adjust now.
Achha, I'm just asking.
No, but they were also reports that Shreyas Iyer wasn't too happy with someone in the KKR dressing room. That's also a reason why he left. There were reports.
There were
Yeah,
also
that's
reports
separate.
that he
No,
wasn't
No, I'm
person,
not
yeah,
talking about why he
sure.
left. No, I'm
That
not saying.
same.
No, there were also reports that he wasn't happy with somebody from the setup, which is why he wasn't retained also.
The idea is
Same.
not why he left.
No, but that person was anyways not in the KKR
it
setup.
doesn't
anymore.
matter why he left.
That person. No. I'm talking about. Okay.
It's of no relevance why he left KKR. That we will do when we do the IPL show. Right now, what Tanmay told us is about that personality of Gautam, which is highlighted from an interview, which only a captain who's worked with him can give an insight. Till now, we're just relying on Shashwat's reading from outside. Now we're getting insight that even Shreyas feels like that. If that
On
quote
this, can we
is true.
hear it from Saransh as well, because he's a KKR
Yeah.
supporter? What he feels about GG, the personality the interview is talking about.
Is it tough to work with GG as the coach?
I think also given that Rahul Dravid is the previous coach and Gautam Gambhir, they're two opposite personalities. Now the team to adjust under the new coach is very difficult because
Okay.
Gautam Gambhir likes to do things. his
So
way.
Saransh is saying it's a tough moment for the team to
I
adjust to
have
the
observed,
new.
I haven't talked to
Sure.
him.
His
As I watch
Saransh, our producer, big KKR fan. He feels, even though he's thanking Gambhir for winning him the title, but he's also saying that it may be tough for the team to suddenly adjust. Two contrasting personalities as coaches. Team may be struggling. Much.
You have heard Rohit calling Rahul Dravid as his work wife after the post.
Yeah.
Whatever he said, most of the time I used to talk to Rahul about game, teams and everything. I think in this case it's a less communication.
Can you like Gautam Gambhir and Rahul Dravid both? It's hard, na?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yes, I can.
I like both.
Why?
No, you like both, but can both of them be your friends?
Huh?
Yeah. They're not my friends, but
No, but what I'm trying to say is that
At the same time, you're
yeah.
You are
can
my
I
friend
tell you
and
one thing?
you are my
I will
friend,
give
you are
you
my friend.
I will give you an insight. I give you an insight. They are people, and because I've known them and I've chatted to them a lot of times off camera, and I've seen them play. Those days we had a lot of. They are two very similar people, my friend.
Yeah.
They
I
are the guys, one, whom do not like to make fuss about things, and this is one common trait in their personality. They cannot understand why something is being made too big, or why you're discussing something so much, and very particular. Both are like that.
And both are upfront too. I think it's just the ways are very different.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree to that.
Yeah. Both very gritty.
Yeah. Now I get
Yeah,
that.
they are quite similar personalities. Okay. Prashant Gautam's question. I can't read it very. The light's hurting me.
Isn't Rohit being backed by a strong PR team named Cornerstone handled by...
No, don't take those things, please.
I'm going to
See, we don't know why. I'll tell you why we're not, Prashant. We're not because I don't want to take names of people or companies, because really we don't know. By the way, the company that you mentioned is not the company that works with him.
Yeah.
Firstly, so that's a separate company. Worked with another cricketer. Again, not getting into it, each player nowadays is managed by a team. There are no cricketers that are not managed by a team. Everyone that has a team of people who look after their social media, their marketing, their deals, everyone is.
But most of them are managed by just two, I think, right? There are two companies that manage most of them.
No.
Many.
There are multiple, yeah. Now it's kind of, a lot of them do it by themselves also.
Oh, yeah, some carry their own with them. No?
Rishabh Pant has just signed a new deal with a new team. Just 2 days ago. Or 1 day ago.
Some carry their own camera person and
That's individually managed.
Gurupal. He says that Abhishek Nair can't be your test
batting coach.
Yeah, can't be the betting coach. I'm sorry, I know
Batting
coaches have limited things to do, but during transition, they are crucial.
See, Guru, again, because you're saying they have limited things to do, I agree with you on that. Also, but can I be honest? A lot of people in the past have credited Abhishek Nair for transformation.
So many for the
in
comeback.
there.
Dinesh Karthik credits, all credit gives.
So, lot, and then secondly,
Venkatesh Iyer, Dinesh Karthik.
just because a player doesn't become a great while playing doesn't mean that he cannot be a good coach.
And because a player has become great while playing,
doesn't also mean
exactly.
inversely.
Dinesh Karthik in fact goes to the extent of saying that he hoped that he'd met Abhishek Nair earlier in his career.
Yeah, he told the whole story that he went to his house, stayed there and all of these things. So Abhishek Nair, not just that, even what's this guy's name? Angresh Raghuvanshi, he also gives a lot of credit to Abhishek Nair.
Your friend?
No, not my friend. He lives in Mumbai. No, I mean plays for Mumbai. Lives to
Delhi, GK1.
GK2.
One.
Krish Yadav, he says that you cannot take the credit for both things, like gone to bat when
Your father died and showing family is priority after leaving team when you are captain after 36 all out. So Krish Yadav is referring to Virat Kohli, who came and played Ranji Trophy. Even on the day his father had died, he came out to bat. And then you leave the team after 36 all out. That I think is a very personal decision.
No, and that's exactly what we were talking about yesterday also. What I also feel, just the matter that you can actually miss a series for a personal reason, that in itself comes with a lot of luxury. Because in the same series there was Mohammad Siraj as well, whose father died and he wasn't able to come back. He did not want to. On the other hand, there was Virat Kohli who had the option of doing that. Siraj, maybe if he would have come back then, he would not have become the Siraj that he has become. So I think that also depends a lot on what...
So is Rohit now playing the first test? Or?
Depends on the personal thing when it's done. Depends on that. Otherwise he won't, if it's coinciding.
You're still making thumbs? Today.
Rakesh Bhushan, he says that there are question marks on KL's fitness and Hardik Pandya's bowling. They post on Instagram that they're gymming and bowling pictures. That's what they share. Shami and Shaw, their exercising stories. Ashwat was just mentioning about Prithvi Shaw. These players don't talk with their bat and ball when needed and use their social media in a strange manner.
No, it's strange. They use their social media strange.
It's strange.
Strange behavior is what Rakesh said.
That's
We have an Instagram specialist here in Shashwat.
That's
who
true.
Keeps,
I think this is sort of now become a trend. Earlier it used to be, I remember Virat Kohli doing that bat does the talking celebration. Yeah, that now I think that has changed. Now people come on Instagram because Prithvi Shaw, I've never, very honestly, as much as I like him, he never comes out and puts his gymming stories and all of that. But now suddenly when he was dropped, he came out and put this reel just a few days after.
So what's wrong with that? Social media is a democratic way of players also to give their side of the story. Because you will write source-based reports, this, that, they can come.
Time and time proved their work for Indian team as well.
Yeah. No, see, answer can be given
Why
by social
Hardik
media.
Pandya, you have Hardik Pandya, his name you haven't taken.
Hardik and Shami.
And Shami.
In T20 World Cup.
In this
KL,
room, you
KL,
have
you
to
have
take Hardik's name at all times because Shubham will not let us enter otherwise.
And KL,
I still have.
you reserve your comments about KL.
No, but I even remember.
I've seen Shami in ODI World Cup. I've seen Hardik in T20 World Cup.
Yeah.
Okay, can you give us more questions? Yes, please.
Even, you remember Rohit Sharma also once gave an answer via social media. He wasn't selected in BJT that he's injured. Just a few hours after that, Mumbai Indians posted a reel and then he played that final only where he beat Delhi.
Yeah.
21.
2020.
Okay, a few comments. We've got Vibes saying Sai Sudarshan is the best option if Rohit misses. He already has hit a century in Australia.
But he's not there in the squad now. Abhimanyu Iswaran is there. Okay, well.
Yeah.
But if
If?
that guy comes to open,
Which guy?
the guy I'm talking about, will be very wrong. I have said it yesterday, I'll not do
It will be wrong on him.
On
who
whom?
keep pushing him upar, niche, left, right, center.
I just hope
lose his cool.
I will honestly lose my goal this time.
Okay, will the fast bowlers last 5 test matches? Good question.
No, that's why they will get rotated. Na?
They have a barrage of fast bowlers.
Yeah. Rohit wants 8-9 backups. That's what he said at least.
Okay, King D is saying, why is nobody talking about important T20 series starting from day after tomorrow? Of course, King D, tomorrow we're going to be. We're going to be live, pre-match, mid, post-match in that T20 series. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about that, 100%. No, he's not. He really is interested in that. Sir Chandra is saying, Nikhil sir, what makes Harshit and Shashwat think Australia on fire? They barely played red ball, maybe 2 first-class matches. 8 months is when they played test. It's been 8 months since they played test match, and they are more hungry. How are you judging their form?
Who?
You and this
No,
Australia.
Who has not played test white red ball cricket?
Australia.
They are already playing Pat Cummins and everyone. They are playing red ball cricket only.
Test matches 8 months. Then they played 2 first-class matches, and you're getting excited. He's saying, read his comment.
We are still how many? I think 2 weeks back. I think I saw Pat Cummins He started preparing for the red ball.
It's only now that they're involved in a one-day series against Pakistan.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Sarat Chandra, there is a piece. I will send it to you. Please read about how menacing Mitch Starc is at the moment. Not only
This Australian media keeps firing.
No, they've been playing Sheffield Shield since the beginning.
This is the Don Bradman that we so love.
Australia, they also use.
So it's menacing. Please be afraid.
They were playing domestic cricket.
Sheffield Shield.
Yes, they were playing domestic.
They
prior
played
to this series.
3 games at least.
And Starc, why I say in particular, you should have seen him bowl the other day against Pakistan. And I know it's a different format, but imagine when he gets the red cherry in his hand. He also, by the way, has added more speed. In case you were wanting more from Mitch Starc.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, GGK is saying even if we lose 2-3, we qualify as India, South Africa final. Australia will lose 2 tests in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, they need to lose 2 in Sri Lanka also.
I'm confident that
Maybe. Yes.
GGK will do these calculations.
But for that, we need to win 2 first.
Manish Kumar wants to know any news on Champions Trophy. Is India going to Pakistan or not? No new development, but all I know till now, I think it's a no-go from the Indian side. There are multiple options that we've discussed, not discussed. Everything is up in the air, but we haven't heard anything concrete. As and when that happens, we shall update you. Okay, final comment. Saurav Kumar wants to know who will be more threatening, Starc or Hazelwood?
Starc.
I think Hazelwood.
So,
Yeah.
2 versus 2.
You're also saying, I think he's more consistent all across with the old ball as well.
Yeah.
I think you just need to be a left-arm bowler right now to make this able.
Shardul Shastrabuddhe says, thoughts on Australian top order and the dilemma of selection? Yes, that's true.
Sam conscious.
Yeah,
It is.
he will have to.
I think.
Yeah.
Because
But
Harris.
will he debut or not is his
No, who else will open? Nobody else.
interesting. I know it's very
Because Smith
interesting.
has said he's not opening.
And Marcus Harris, David Warner, interestingly, since the time
But
he's going against all the openers since the time he said, I am ready to open.
But Cummins has already answered.
Yeah, he has, but he's criticizing all the openers.
For Sydney Thunders.
Yeah,
He's wished him for
he
Sydney.
was criticizing Marcus Harris, he was criticizing Matthew Renshaw.
I saw.
Everyone
You were saying there was a technical problem in them.
Everyone has
Warner
a
really wants to play.
Yeah.
No, he wants to play because he knows then, IPL.
No, but the auction would have happened.
No, 1 test would have happened. No?
Just 2 days into the first test.
You never know, 100, suddenly boom,
That's very
price
true.
goes up.
Yeah.
That's very true. That happens.
Yeah. Who's it who hit those 5 sixes? Samir Rizvi, no? Hit those 5 sixes
Yeah.
in the UP League and how
No, but
money-
he was very consistent also. He got 8.2 CR
Yeah.
in that auction.
Okay, on that note, it marks the end of another episode of The Dugout. Thank you, as always, for giving us company this evening. Tomorrow onwards, we'll start building up to the T20 series under the leadership of Surya Kumar Yadav. Should be exciting. It always is in South Africa. So look forward to your company then. Anything else you want to say? Anything under the sun? Don't mention, share with our viewers. Nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
Show us some love. Give us a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, take care.
I think we need to say hi to Rhythm.
Rhythm.
Yeah. Rhythm.
Hi, Rhythm.
He is a watcher of our channel from
What's
Auckland.
the story? Why?
From New Zealand.
Is this
A friend of mine was coming
Okay.
from Australia yesterday, so he ended up chatting with Rhythm in
Okay.
New Zealand. So he somehow, they started talking about cricket, and because he was my friend, he told that even a friend of mine works at this place. So then he said that I'm an avid watcher, and he's a very
he
big
watches
fan.
us from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Rhythm, lots of love to you. Continue supporting us and enjoy the ride.
And congratulations if you're one of the likes of Siddharth
New Zealand supporter.
who have Indian nationality.
No, he's an Indian supporter.
Acha.
Fully.
So, okay, I take the congratulations back then.
You should.
Bye bye. Good night.
Nandri, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair. Eat your vegetables.
And don't trouble your mother.
Bye bye.